Okay, ladies and gentlemen, many people found to have an eye disorders, but diagnosis of some of the eye disorders become very problematic. So in the present video, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to look at how to diagnose eye disorders. So the diagnostic evaluation of the eye disorders is what we are going to look at. So now, the diagnostic evaluation of the eye disorders involves a comprehensive assessment of visual functions and ocular structures. So if you want to diagnose an eye disorders, ladies and gentlemen, it is very, very important to, of course, assess the visual functions and the ocular structures. So accurate diagnosis of the eye, it requires a combination of history taken, physical examination, and specialized testing. So if you are going to diagnose any individual with an eye problems, with an eye disorders, it is very important to take a medical history of that particular patient. Physical examination, maybe through reading, and then you use a specialized testing method technique to assess the condition. So these two things must put into consideration before the diagnostic evaluation of any eye disorders. If anyone is missing, it means there is a problem. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at it. This is a comprehensive diagnostic evaluation of the eye disorders. As you can see, first you start with history taken. That is the patient history, because it is from there you'll have an idea whether it is genetic, because some of the eye problems can be genetics. Some can be as a result of physical trauma. And then the next one is physical examination. So you do physical examination to see or to check the ocular structure. So you examine the ocular structure of the eye. And then we have visual function testing. So you use actually visual acuity, where you are going to have letters of different sizes. So you use a chart, like Snelling charts, for the visual function testing. And then you can use also specialized testing technique, like specialized testing examples. We have OCT imaging technique. So these are actually the, of course, the method that I use in diagnostic evaluation of the eye: the history taken, physical examination, and specialized testing. Starting with history taken, where you have the patient history, the physical examination to see the ocular structure, the visual acuity in order to see the visual function, and then the specialized testing like OTC imaging. So very importantly, you should know that early and precise detection of eye condition is essential for effective treatment and preservation of vision. So now, let's start with the patient history and visual acuity testing. So gathering detailed patient history helps to identify symptoms, onsets, and progression of ocular issues. So if you are able to get or to gather the patient history, so it will help you to understand or to identify the symptoms of the condition, the onsets of the disease, and then the progression of the ocular structural issues. So visual acuity, ladies and gentlemen, is usually testing, or visual acuity testing, it measures the sharpness of vision and detects visual impairment. So that's why you use a test, acuity testing measures, where you can have some various letters of different sizes in order to test the sharpness of vision and detect visual impairment. So that is the major reasons why you need visual acuity testing. And then we have subjective and objective assessment guides. So the subjective and objective assessment guide clinician toward possible underlying eye conditions. So it's very important for subjective and objective assessment. So then the next one is external and anterior segment examination, which is also part of the examination techniques. So inspection of external eye, it involves evaluating the eyelids of the individuals, the eyelashes, and the conjunctiva for abnormalities. So we can inspect the external eyes. So the external eyes involves evaluating the physical abnormalities of the eyelid, eyelashes, and the conjunctiva, which is very, very important. So then you can also use a slit-lamp biomicroscopy, which allows the detailed examination of the cornea, anterior chamber, iris, and lenses. So that is one of also another very important things that you can do. So you can use what you call an slit-lamp biomicroscopy in order to give you a detailed examination of the cornea, the anterior chamber, iris, and lens of the individual. And then in addition, identifying signs like inflammation, lesions, or structural abnormalities is also aids in diagnosis. So you can also identify signs in the patients like inflammation, lesions, or structural abnormalities that will easily or help you to easily diagnose the patient. Then in addition, as you can see, this is actually some of the techniques using slit-lamp biomicroscopy in order to examine the cornea, anterior chamber, the iris, and the lenses. So then, very importantly, is intraocular pressure measurement and gonioscopy. So we have what you call tonometry. So tonometry, usually it measures the intraocular pressure, which is critical in diagnosing glaucoma. So we can use tonometry in order to measure the intraocular structure of the individual. So once you are able to see a significant intraocular pressure in that particular individual, so it's very important and critical in diagnosing an individual with glaucoma. And then we have also another pressure measurement. So another technique called gonioscopy. So the gonioscopy, it allows the visualization of the anterior chamber angle to assess for angle closure or open angle glaucoma. So we can use gonioscopy in order to see the angle closure or to assess the angle closure or opened angle glaucoma. So this is of course a typical gonioscopy measure. So it's usually used to measure the angle closure or opened angle glaucoma. So these tests, both the tonometry and gonioscopy, they are very important to determine the risk factors and guide management strategies for glaucomatous conditions. So then, of course, the fundus examination and imaging techniques. So we have what we call fundoscopy, which enables the visualization of retina, the optical nerve, and retinal bezels for abnormalities. So we can use what we call as fundoscopy, which is also one of the modern techniques in order to check the abnormalities in retina, optical nerve, and retinal blood vessels. And then the next one, apart from the fundoscopy, we also have optical coherence tomography, which also provide a high resolution cross-sectional images of retinal layers. So you see we have OTC, which is also another examination techniques or imaging techniques in order to visualize the retinal layers of the eyes. Then the last one here, we have what you call fluorescein angiography. So in the case of fluorescein angiography, it usually assesses retinal and choroidal blood flow, and it also detects vascular pathologies. So these are actually three important imaging techniques: fundoscopy, optical coherence tomography, fluorescent angiography. All these are the imaging techniques that are used for examination and diagnosis of the eyes. And as you can see, this is some of the image trying to show the retinal layers. As you can see clearly, that is optical coherence tomography. And then the next one, you also have specialized diagnostic tests. So the specialized diagnostic tests is very important as the specialized diagnostic tests include visual field testing. So the visual field testing is usually evaluate peripheral vision and detect visual field defects. So we use what you call a visual field testing, which you usually use in detecting field defect, especially peripheral vision, and also it detects visual field defect. So then, apart from the visual field testing, we have also corneal tomography, which usually maps the curvature of the cornea, aiding in diagnosing keratoconus and astigmatism. So you see, you can use corneal topography for the diagnosis of keratoconus and astigmatism. And then the last one, we also have electrophysiological tests like ERG. It usually assesses retinal function, especially in complex or unexplained cases. So these are some of the various imaging techniques and specialized diagnostic tests for diagnosis of the eye disorders. So in conclusion and future directions, a systematic approach combining clinical examination and advanced imaging ensures accurate diagnosis. And of course, emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence are enhancing diagnostic precision. So ongoing research and innovation continue to improve management and outcomes of eye disorders. So don't forget to subscribe and join the YouTube membership for more videos. Thank you and see you next.